I am standing on the wet deck of a federal ferry heading toward a locked island asylum, completely unaware that I am actually the most violent, high-security mental patient caged inside it. My name is Teddy Daniels, a decorated federal U.S. Marshal. My partner Chuck and I just arrived at Ash Cliff Hospital to track down a brilliant female patient who vanished from a sealed room. Right at the gate, the guards force us to surrender our firearms, acting cold, hostile, and deeply defensive. I inspect the missing woman's cell. The walls are solid stone, the shoes are still on the floor, and the heavy door was locked from the outside. It is physically impossible to escape this room without help from the staff. While searching the floorboards, I find a cryptic hidden note that reads, "The Law of 4, who is 67. I demand the medical files of the hospital staff to check for accomplices." The head psychiatrist, Dr. Cawley, coldly denies my request, claiming patient confidentiality. I realize the doctors are intentionally sabotaging my federal investigation to protect a massive dark secret. I decide to interview the other patients in secret. While a guard turns his back, a terrified female inmate grabs my notebook and frantically writes one single word in bold letters: "Run." She whispers that the doctors are performing illegal experimental mind control surgeries on the prisoners here. Suddenly, a historic hurricane hits the island, cutting off all electricity and communications with the mainland. My blinding migraines flare up violently. The hospital staff give me specialized pills and water, but the medication triggers horrific realistic hallucinations of my deceased wife burning into ash right in front of me. I realize my time is running out. I evade the searchlights, slip past the armed perimeter guards, and sprint through the storm toward the isolated cliffside lighthouse. I am convinced the secret lobotomy lab is hidden at the very top. I draw my weapon, ready to expose this facility to the world. I burst into the top room with my gun raised, but there are no medical tools or prisoners. Dr. Cawley is sitting there completely alone, waiting for me. He calmly tells me to pull the trigger, revealing that my weapon is just a cheap plastic toy. He turns around a massive blackboard and forces me to look at the letters. My entire reality collapses. My real name is Andrew Laetis. I am not a federal marshal. I am patient 67. 2 years ago, my manic wife drowned our 3 young children in the lake behind our house. In a wave of absolute grief and madness, I shot her. My partner Chuck walks in, revealing he is actually my primary psychiatrist. The entire investigation was a massive 24-hour role-play organized by the hospital to let me live out my fantasy, hoping that facing the real truth would permanently shatter my coping delusion and save me from being lobotomized. I chose to forget it all because I am standing on the wet deck of a federal ferry heading toward a locked island asylum, completely unaware.